Alright, so this is my 5th guide or video about the characters in Overwatch. So this is the beginner's guide to Sigma. Um, Sigma is an interesting character. Um, he's a little bit more complicated than the last 3 characters, although I think that he's a lot of fun. He has these little gravity orbs that he throws at people. They bounce. They have a set distance that they travel, and they do good damage if you can land them. That's the tricky part. He has a shield. It has 700. If you just tap right click, it goes right in front of you. If you hold it down, it travels until it hits whatever wall that you're looking at. So if I wanted to shield these guys over here, I could be like, oh, okay, now they can't shoot my buddy. Right? Pretty good. When you recall it, it will slowly recharge pretty much immediately. Well, not slowly. It's actually pretty fast. So, Sigma is the squishiest tank that we've looked at so far. He only has 400 life, and I believe 100 of it is shields, if I'm not mistaken. So, let's let his shield break. I'm going to just leave it there while I talk about other things. Sigma is interesting because he is kind of an off tank. He's not really a main tank. When he was first released, he was, but we'll let the shield break, and you'll watch how fast it recharges. It takes a second, if it breaks. And now it's recharged. 700 shield is more than Orisa's. And the fact that Orisa's is just stuck in one place makes his shield just better in general. But he does not have the infinite range that Orisa has. His range is pretty decent. It's, I mean, effectively 20 meters is pretty good. It's the same distance as a Roadhog hook. His shift, if I just sit here and do this, I'll eat these projectiles and it gives me shield based on how much damage I take. I think it's like, let's look, absorb projectiles. So lasers go through it. Hit scan, when it says projectiles, so like bullets would still get absorbed as well. But lasers go through it, so he is a little bit weak to characters like Zarya and Symmetra. So there's that. He has this accretion disc, I believe it's called. Yeah, accretion, which is just you throw this big rock. I did not mean to hit the ceiling. You throw a rock, and it dips pretty hard, so that's why I was trying to account for that. Unless they changed it. Let's see. How far back do I have to be before it starts to dip? So if I was like right here, and I just throw it straight, it still hit him. Okay, so it has better range than I thought. His bombs do actually hurt himself. So if someone gets really close to him, it does hurt himself. You'll notice that he doesn't have ammo. So he can just keep shooting this thing as much as he wants. It does hit in an AoE. So if I throw this right in the middle, I'm hitting both of them. But the direct damage is a little bit higher. His ultimate ability, he lifts the people in the air that are inside the AoE, and it drops them. It does 50% of their life as damage. Pretty good. I think it does 50 damage on lift, and then when it slams them, it does 50% of their life. So, and it's total life, not current life. So, pretty good. Cases where you're going to want to use Sigma is when you kind of want someone who can pump out a lot of damage, have a really strong team-wide ultimate, and another stun. The way I look at Sigma is kind of like a more team-oriented Roadhog, but I guess that's not even really a fair assessment, because he doesn't do nearly as much damage as Roadhog. His ultimate can be interrupted. If you get hooked by a Roadhog, or if you get slept by an Ana, it will stop him from using his ult. He does pretty decently against most of the tanks. He's not a main tank, so you're going to want to pair him with like Orisa or Reinhardt. He's pretty good with Roadhog, but it's not great. Hammond, again, it's not great. It's not bad either, because if you lift everybody up, you can lift them all up. Your Hammond can come in, drop the mines, and then they'll get slammed back down into the mines. It's pretty good. By far the hardest thing about Sigma is just getting used to his left click. His aim is just weird. His primary fire is just way different from anybody else's. But once you get used to it, you'll be doing a lot of damage. Who is Sigma weak against? He's weak against Zarya. He's weak against characters that can interrupt his ultimate, because he's a pretty big target. And then when he's flying around, because when you activate your ult, I guess I didn't mention that, you can fly. You can fly freely just during the ultimate duration. So I'll show you. So if I was like, oh, I want to get up here, I could be like, oh, I'm going to come up here, and then I'm going to ult that guy. There you go. Okay. Anything I'm missing? Since Sigma is kind of an unusual character, he pairs well with pretty much everything. There isn't anything he's really bad with. I would say he's not great with Lucio, because Lucio, his speed boost is kind of wasted on a character like Sigma, where he doesn't really want to be pushed forward into people. He likes to take advantage of his range, although he isn't bad in close range. He's just not as good as some of the other tanks. What else? He's pretty good with Ana, he's pretty good with Mercy, he's pretty good with pretty much all of the other healers. So yeah, that's Sigma, kind of in a nutshell. I don't play Sigma a ton, so there might be some things that I missed or may have said incorrectly, but yeah, when I'm thinking about it, I can't think of anything else that he's bad against, really. Fast characters, I'm guessing, are really good against him because he can't hit them. He needs to use his E to hit them, and that's also just a pain. So yeah. But anyway, if you like this video, I guess this will be the end of it. I can't think of anything else. So if you like this video, please like my video. And if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. And yeah, the next character we're doing is Winston. So that should be fun. And yeah. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments. And if there's anything else that you'd like for me to change, or if you just want to tell me what you think of the videos, feel free to use the comments as well. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.